This is Valley News Live at 10.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Justin Betty.
And I'm Stacy Van Dyke. It's night one of 2 nights of severe weather all across the valley. Behind us here is a look at flash flooding tonight in Detroit lakes.
Other areas saw hail tonight, while the threat of tornadoes has now moved into the Twin Cities. Valley News Team's Alex Larson joins us now live near Barnesville with the latest. Alex.
Hey Stacy, hey Justin. I'm here outside of Barnesville where 3 inches of rain was reported earlier today. And it's pretty dark right now, but many of the fields and ditches like the one behind me are full of water. Also a reminder that a flash flood warning is in effect in Barnesville until 1 a.m. And on my way here, the rain died down quite a bit and it hasn't come back, but as you can see by my hair, the wind is picking up. And it's important to remember that flash flooding does happen and it happens fast. So if you are out driving, take the proper precautions to make sure you get to your destination safely. We have another round of wild weather coming up tomorrow, and our team will keep you updated with the latest. Reporting live near Barnesville, Alex Larson, Valley News Live. Stacy, Justin.
Thanks, Alex. And for more details on the current weather and that next round of storms, let's go over now to First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson with details. Hutch.
Justin, thank you so very much. Looking in on the Grand Forks area, there are some thunderstorms rumbling up in the northern valley. You can see all of the lightning up there, and there is the Twin Cities area that has just been passed by a strong line of storms that prompted tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings. For us, there's a green box in Lakes Country. That's where Alex was stationed tonight. Flash flood warning continues until 1 in the morning there. And again, some standing water in the urban area around Detroit lakes, but in the rural areas, you got to watch out for water moving over roadways, particularly at night. You cannot tell how deep that water is. Never drive across flooded road surfaces, especially if you're unfamiliar with those roads. Now, as we take you in a little closer, rainfall estimates between 2.5 and 3.5 inches in places here from Barnesville and all the way through northwestern parts of Otter Tail and central Becker counties. That also includes southeast parts of Clay County. Here's the thunder and lightning taking place in much of Marshall County, Minnesota, sneaking into that Greenbush area up there in Roseau County in the western reaches there, and approaching and moving through Grand Forks right now. These showers are in an area we do not want rain. Those rivers are very high there. Here's a look at the rainfall estimates. In a few places where you see the yellow, we're well over an inch, and in some places over 2 inches of rain. But notice at least it's a narrow band being impacted as opposed to a wide region. The rain does continue there for now with a few rumbles of thunder. Tomorrow, severe weather threat does continue. As we go through the evening tonight, though, our showers will be ending about 1 o'clock, then quiet. Another round of morning storms for your Thursday. They could be strong to severe. They end after about 1 in the afternoon, then a break, then the main event happens, and the risks will increase for our area as far as thunderstorm potential goes. So we'll have the details on that, but indeed, all modes of severe weather will be possible on your Thursday. More so than today, I'm afraid, for our southern counties especially.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
And with that severe weather, it's a good idea to keep the VNL weather app handy for forecasts right at your fingertips. You can download and use it for free. Just search VNL weather in the App Store today. Lately, rising gas prices are hurting everyone's wallet, with prices now topping $4 in many spots.
Valley News Team's Nishay Taylor has some tips on how you can save a few bucks at the pump.
Many local drivers are grappling with increasing gas prices.
It's a little bit more difficult thinking about how much it's going to cost for me to travel different places.
And as gas in the FM area has hit over $4, some are already cutting back costs just to afford the rising prices.
To spend a lot of money on going out to eat. Also, I would say probably cutting out other miscellaneous things we spend money on. So like little items at the store.
What's the best way to save on gas and get the most bang for your buck the next time you fill up? Let's find out.
First, shop around, and you may have to go the extra mile just to save a few cents. Some gas stations in the FM area have peaked at $4.19, but over at Simonson's on Main Avenue, you can fill up for $3.99 per gallon. The same for the Holiday gas station on Cheyenne in West Fargo. You can also save some money if you have memberships to wholesale stores like Sam's Club, where the price per gallon is $3.89 after the 5-cent discount. But once you fill up, there are also things you can do to help your vehicle get the most fuel mileage.
From checking the air pressure in your tires to also not letting it run too long.
Experts also say keeping your vehicle maintained can be a big help too.
Really every component of the vehicle will impact the fuel mileage. Air filters even can affect your fuel mileage. You want to make sure your vehicle is breathing properly.
Daily driving habits are also key. Experts recommend slowing down and driving the speed limit. It's also suggested to use cruise control to help maintain a constant speed and save fuel. In Fargo, Nisha Taylor, Valley News Live.
Some other money-saving tips include stacking your rewards. Gas stations have rewards programs, so do local grocery stores, and some credit cards have gas rewards programs as well.
New for you tonight, the U.S. Department of the Interior released its first reports on investigations into the history of Indian boarding schools in the United States. The above map shows the 12 locations of where these boarding schools were in what's now North Dakota. They span all 5 of the main Native American tribes in the state. The Interior's goal was to identify these schools across the country along with the names of students who attended them so they could locate marked and unmarked graves of those who attended. You can find their full report and list of Indian boarding schools on our website. Just click on this story.
Also new tonight, the Minnesota House has approved a proposal that would mark the most significant change to the state's liquor laws since allowing Sunday sales. It would allow the state's smaller breweries to sell 4- and 6-packs of beer to go. Right now, they only sell the 32 or 64-ounce crowlers and growlers. This would also allow distilleries to sell larger bottles of their spirits. The proposal still needs to pass the Senate, where the fate is unclear.
A former Moorhead teacher is behind bars after investigators say he uploaded several files online showing sexual abuse of children. 25-year-old Caleb Brush is charged with 2 felonies. Recently unsealed court documents say the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children tipped off Fargo police about someone uploading suspected child porn on the app Kick back in February. Brush allegedly said he only sent the files as a result of being off his mental health medication. The suspect in the South Fargo stabbing on Friday has now been officially charged. 23-year-old Jonathan Peterson faces felony robbery and aggravated assault charges. Police say he was taken into custody 3 days later in Beltrami County.
Police now say the driver who crashed into a tree in Fargo may have suffered a medical emergency. This happened around 5:30 this morning in front of the First International Bank on 45th Street South. The driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The official cause of that crash is still under investigation. For the first time in about 2 months, we're seeing what is in that improvement plan put in place for Fargo police, trying to combat morale struggles and staffing issues. City commissioners ordered the plan for the department back in January after our investigation uncovered 35 officers had resigned in less than 18 months. They cited a toxic work environment. The chief says rather than learning about issues from employees after the fact and exit interviews, the department is now conducting stay interviews and prioritizing officers' health, among other moves. A West Fargo police officer who died on duty will be honored tomorrow at the North Dakota Peace Officer Memorial in Bismarck. Lieutenant Adam Gustafson died last May from a heart attack at the police station. His name will now be added to the memorial alongside the 66 North Dakotans who also lost their lives in the line of duty. A private memorial will be held at the West Fargo Police Department next Wednesday. That'll mark exactly 1 year since he passed.
Contractors are still hard at work repairing the Mayville Dam, and today they had a bit of a crowd. Many locals say they want to see it fixed for both safety and sentimental reasons. Tyler Anderson has lived in the area for more than 30 years. He says he and friends have made many memories at that dam. He says people in Mayville use the dam to take graduation and wedding pictures, and he hopes it remains an important part of the community.
It's sad that it happened, but if it gets replaced, I'd have no problem with it, you know. As long as people can come down, hang out down here and, make new memories, that'd be great.
Mayville's city engineer says contractors have made progress on repairing the dam, but they still don't have a timeline on just when it'll be done.
Still to come on Valley News Live at 10. DNR experts have A new thing for you to watch out for. We'll look into these invasive jumping worms.
All right, we do have some reports in from southern Minnesota. A few tornadoes and funnel clouds reported there. A lot of hail that ended up being 1 to 2.5 inches in diameter. The active weather tonight to our south for the most part. We did get some hail and we did get some heavy rains in our area, and that continues into the overnight near Grand Forks right now. Tomorrow's risk a little higher than today for our area for severe weather. Details coming up next.